I just wanted to say that I'm back. Hey guys, it's Michelle, Visceral Michelle, whatever this fucking channel is called. I don't know, I forget, but like it's about living life viscerally with me. Okay, cool. So those of you who all 71 of you might remember me from when this used to be called the bag 021, the bag 021. That was like a couple of years ago. I think about like 4 years ago. I had started putting up content where it was more so like skincare focused, because like I just really loved skincare. It was something that was an interest of mine, and I kind of fell off of it. I fell off from it because, well, life got in the way, which there's a lot of things that I'm like looking forward to sharing with regards to that. But like I just thought, you know what, like it's been a long while. It's been a long time coming. Kind of like circling back to content creation, returning to YouTube, and I'm kind of like taking it a little bit differently, where it's going to be very impromptu. As you'd seen, I'd uploaded like 2 videos yesterday, like 7-minute videos yesterday, just kind of talking about the winds of change and like embracing radical change and kind of like having to be comfortable in unfamiliar circumstances, which is currently what I'm going through. Not necessarily from like a career employment point of view. There's actually been a new development in terms of my career, which is what inspired this in the first place, because I have made a complete pivot in my career, though it is temporary, which I will get into that in a separate video to kind of speak about, you know, taking risks, taking the jump, taking a leap of faith into doing something that you might be completely unfamiliar with, and what that can yield for you, right? Because I think we often find ourselves being boxed into this belief that we need to follow a specific career path. We need to be the corporate girly. We need to be the CEO guy. We need to be like the executive thems, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, for the past 6 years, I've been stuck in that box. I've been stuck in social conditioning. I've been stuck in this like belief, this like my own personal belief, and that of like other people kind of projecting their beliefs onto me. And all it's done is like yield nothing but a lot of trauma, a lot of mental health issues, a lot of physical health issues as well. And so, yeah, I'm currently like in this chrysalis phase where I kind of call myself the Cape Town caterpillar. So I'm kind of like in this point where I'm in this state where I'm like in a chrysalis and I'm in my cocoon. I'm just kind of like, you know, all huddled up and figuring stuff out. And yeah, like this is, like I said, very impromptu, very spontaneous, off the cuff. I'm not going to be making much edits. If I do, it's probably just to have like an intro and an outro. But for the most part, like this is about me rediscovering myself now that I'm turning 32 this year. I've got a lot of ideas in terms of what it is that I want to do with content that's more like kind of lifestyle based, but also very personal. And you know, we often hear people talking about like authenticity, like you've got to be authentic online, blah, blah, blah. No one's ever really giving a proper definition of what authenticity is. And so I'm kind of hoping that through my journey of rediscovery, maybe that might help others be inspired to find and discover or rediscover their true authentic selves. Not just in the sense of being a Kendrick Lamar, not in the sense of being a content creator, but rather in the sense of just being you yourself, right? And maybe you are also going through a phase where you're unemployed and you're like wondering like, is this the best that life has to offer? Maybe you're struggling financially, maybe you're struggling in a relationship, maybe you're going through like, I don't know, we all are living different lives, but it seems like we're all going through it right now in April. So I don't know, like I went to the park today. I filmed like a LinkedIn rant, and then like I posted that on TikTok, and then for some odd reason, like that just inspired me to just be like, you know what? Fuck it. Like I've decided that I want to do things that pour into myself. I'm no longer pouring into a job or other people or other issues, social media issues. Like I know that the world is burning, like sure, that's fine and everything. And we can touch on certain topics in that regard, but like I think I've given so much of my energy to so many different things that I woke up one day and I was like, oh my gosh, I've literally lost myself. Like, I've lost my sense of self. I was like, where did I go? You know, the same person that you might have watched 4 years ago completely vanished and disappeared. And I've been going through this like weird mourning phase. Like, I've been mourning that. I've been mourning the years that I've lost, doing things for other people and for this like socially crafted identity that I had, when it was never really true to me, right? And not for nothing, like, I really did love my job. I loved my career as a social media and content manager. Like, I still do, right? I still have very strong opinions. I still have like really great nuggets and expertise to give. But like, I don't know, there's just something about, I don't want to take that approach anymore, or I don't want to take that approach particularly for this channel, right? I also had mad perfectionist issues when I was doing the skincare stuff. It was not pretty. It was not pretty. Lots of trigger warning, like lots of mental health breakdowns as a result. So yeah, I don't know how people do this for 10 minutes. I genuinely don't. But I just really wanted to film this video because when I'm done with this, it's literally going up, no edits whatsoever. It's just gonna be what it is. This is it, like, this is it. Michelle is back, and you get to live my life through me. Now, I just wanted to say that you're gonna hear me say this a lot, and I think that it's gonna be a running theme for this channel, which is that I live life viscerally, right? Like, as a creative, you can see my little feather. As a creative person, as someone who's done, like, I've been into art, I've been into singing, I've done the like drama and theater, like I've done all of the things that have molded me to become this multifaceted person who appreciates creativity and culture. I lost my train of thought. Got it. Okay. So as a person of all of those things that I just mentioned, like, I am a sum of many parts that make me live life quite viscerally, right? So I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, I almost have a way of appreciating the mundane. Does it make sense? Like, I wake up in the morning, where I live like is absolutely gorgeous and stunning, right? So I've got like sunlight that pours through the windows and like comes through the balcony, like sliding doors. And like, there's something about like seeing sunlight pouring through the windows that, like, I don't know, makes me really happy. There's something about seeing sunlight kind of, you know, not reflecting, but like kind of shining through and like almost like illuminating. There we go. Like, there's something about sunlight illuminating leaves and making them look greenish gold that makes me happy. There's something about trees that makes me happy. I love looking at the sky, the mountains. Like, there's just something about being in my environment. Like, I have such a deep appreciation for my surroundings, especially when I'm out in nature. And I want to document that. You know, I really want to document that because that's what I said. Like, I live life viscerally. So there's like new hobbies that I want to pick up on. Like, if I can have an appreciation for nature, imagine like what else I can have an appreciation for if I really put my mind to it and I'm more intentional. So I'm gonna start a series where I'm gonna give it a year. Bear with me, okay? Bear with me. I'm gonna give it a year. I'm turning 32 this year, but I'm gonna start like now. The series is gonna be, you know, trying 33 things before I turn 33 with the ultimate goal. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. With the ultimate goal, being that I get married. Yes, because getting married is something that, like, you only try once, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I was knocking marriage. I hated relationships. I hated romance. Please don't mind, like, I look crunchy. I've been going through some things, okay? I've been going through some things. So part of this journey also entails or encompasses like what physical changes come with me being a lot more intentional about things that I like and enjoy. But also in doing so, I just want to see, like, if I start to incorporate like a whole bunch of hobbies, something that I never really like invested in or cared to give myself, because I wanted to focus on work and career and like how much money and what like position I was working and role with seniority and stuff, I didn't have time to like pour into myself. So I'm just wondering, like, if I was to take the approach, oh my chair, if I was to take the approach of like, Michelle wants to do ballet, or I'm gonna do pottery, or I'm gonna do something that's arts and craft, right? And then there's another thing that's gonna be like self-care. Maybe I've never been to a spa, so maybe I try a spa day, right? And then a solo date, and then that, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I'm just saying the ultimate goal, the 33rd goal is to get married. Why not? Why not? So I'm going to try a bunch of different like new things. I'm going to see where it leads me. I want to see what being more social, being more active, having a hobby that like having hobbies of which one might become more consistent. And it's 11:11 on the clock. So what being consistent might bring for me in finding a hobby, you know what I mean? This feels like a lifestyle change. And instead of giving myself like, oh, I'm trying to like change my life in 6 months, blah, 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 I'm just gonna be like, okay, I have a year to do all of this fun stuff for myself. I have a year to rediscover myself. I have a year to really live life, you know? I have not been living life. And as sad as I am about it, as sad as all the personal stuff that's come with it as well, and like personal things that have led to me not being able to live my life, I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, you guys don't understand, okay? Like, I just woke up the one day and I was like, this cannot be it. Like, is this as good as it gets? Because if that's the case, I just might as well not be here. You know what I mean? Trigger warning. But like, those were thoughts that I had. Those were ideations that I had several times over. And yeah, I don't know, like things changed, and I guess I had like a little bit more of an appreciation for at least having like people around me, like friends and family and people that I loved. So it's not like I could really act on my ideations, but yeah, I'm moving out of that mental space because I'm also going through like a spiritual journey and resurgence. So there's that, and there's defining that as well, because spirituality can be quite tricky in terms of like different religious denominations and who believes in what and what is correct and what is right and what is wrong, even though it's all technically connected. So yes, I just wanted to say I'm back, bitch. I'm back like umqolo, okay? Bigger than ever. Okay, maybe not bigger than ever, but you know what I mean. Like bigger, bolder, more vibrant, more exuberant, more effervescent. I don't know. There's just something about like this current period of my life where I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm excited to be alive. I'm excited to be alive. And what more goes perfectly with being alive than actually doing things that make it worth living, make life worth living, whatever. So I'm hoping that like through these journeys, I'm going to document it like probably in shorts and TikToks. I will do some in-depth reflections on certain things that I did enjoy, what those might have yielded for me, and let's see what happens, right? Like this is like I said, this is a spontaneous thing. I don't really know if there's going to be like a content plan as yet. I just know that like in terms of a plan, it's going to be like 2 to 3 hobbies a month. And then I made that face because I'm like, depending on money, but that doesn't matter, whatever, all right? That doesn't matter. It's all about me. It's all about loving myself. It's all about pouring into myself. I'm entering my Empress era. Those of you who read tarot know what I'm talking about. I'm entering my Empress era. Shit, I think like getting a cat should be part of that list. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to come to you guys to kind of say, hi, I'd like to reintroduce myself. My name is Michelle. This is Living Visceral with Michelle. This is very scattered. It is what it is. Neurodivergence gang, stand up. And I'll see you guys on the other side in my next video. Okay, bye.